Hi friends, I'm Phoebe and I'm on a music discovery journey. I would like to extend an invite to you, the viewer, to come and join me on this wild ride. I've consumed a lot of music, but I haven't consumed it all, and I wanted to share some of the greats with you here. So please like and subscribe if you like the sound of that. No pressure. I am listening to Sick Boy Part 2 today. I've just noticed there's an audio track. I know that Sick Boy was originally taken down from all streaming platforms. It was put up again. There was a bit of drama going on with Ren and Cujo Beats, and there was a difficult situation that was quite frustrating to hear about. I have also watched the Cujo beatdown. That was something, and I want to see what Sick Boy Part 2 was. I'm guessing Sick Boy Part 2 was released before Sick Boy went back up on streamer platforms. I'm not sure. It says 29th of August 2024 it was posted on YouTube. Copyright 2023, the other songs. Released 13th of the 10th. 13th of August 2023. Okay. So, this is 4 minutes and 11, and it is just this, which I understand is the Sick Boy logo. I've seen that a few times recently in more recent videos. I feel like I've missed it in some when I didn't really know what that was. So I think it's in some of Ren's recent collabs with the Skinner brothers. I'm not sure if I recognised it then. And I think it might be in one of the Vincent tales. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's see what this is about. Oh, hang on. Was that from the start? Don't know what they're saying. We'll watch it twice, or listen twice.
Sick boy, allopathic script boy, pathogenic, schizophrenic, call it medic, quick boy, just wanna scratch the itch boy, agoraphobic, multi-psychosis, own it, I'm that sick boy, nothing to lose, nothing to win or to prove, nothing but holes in my shoes, nothing but nothing, I'm hustling, bustling, pain is a paradox I didn't choose, nothing but truth, nothing but fire in the booth, nothing that you could do I couldn't do, nothing that you could do better, forget all the others, I'm aiming at you. Cytotoxic, diagnostic, catastrophic news, since I got sick, no for one, the pain it comes in twos, catatonic, antipsychotic, speedo blockers, antibiotics, watch the clock, take quick the lock, pick quick, let's dip, get loose. Wait for a minute, I'm struggling with it, I'm doubling down and I'm doubling digits, I live with the pain and forgive it, cause bitterness eats you alive when you're in it, admit it, then flip it, then rip up the script, it's fitting that I have been screaming at demons that visit, I'm feeling so rigid, I lean on religion, but God said I'm laughing, I'm burning my bridges. Car crash, whiplash, ambulance, body bags, zip back, it's a game of circumstance, wrong turn, everything can all collapse. Get burned, back inside the relapse. Crack, stay stacked back to back, and I'm back on my back inside the counter-attack. Pop Prozac, knock it back, wash it down and relax, and that's that. Subtract, collapse, react, adapt.
Oh, getting lost, money, oh, get into the bag like I got nothing to lose, yeah. Like I got nothing to lose. Oh, getting lost, money, oh.
Who's that?
A time that was not long ago. There lived a boy inside his mind. Sometimes the thought would overflow and grow until they blinded the boy. He decomposed. And if you read between the lines of his story, you will know that there is method to his madness, prerequisite for his sadness. For there must be catalysts which exist to explain his status. Extract it and look right at it. His panic was formed in fragments that
Jimmy?
lack of passion attacking his hippocampus. Back to the story where the story begins. There was a boy, he was confused by the world that he lived in. A world where profit is religion and to knock it is sin. A world where prophets spread the word of putting profit over kin. Sink or swim, blood that is thicker than money and dividends. He grew thick skin, see it for what it is, resist and take a hit on the chin. Anti-capitalist, a rationalist, a war, it shall begin. On the greedy who mislead the people, it starts from within. Are you in it to win, or are you in it for a purpose that exists outside your skin? When you're in it, is it worthless to resist, begin again? Are you screaming on the surface, are you like me, are you in?
Getting lost, money, 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 get into the bag like I got nothing to lose, yeah. Like I got nothing to lose.
Interesting. I know in Ren's Cujo Beatdown there was reference to Jimmy, and at first I wasn't sure who Jimmy was, and I realised looking through a quick Google search it was from one of the money game stories, or from the Money Game trilogy, I guess, and how he grew up in this automatically privileged world. His parents had money, status, and the power and the greed went to his head, and it all became too much, and he killed himself. Sick Boy, though. All right, let's start from the beginning. So there's a choir here. I know that there were issues with the choir and with Cujo's track that was sold that had a third party, the choir that wasn't completely cleared, and that was all a bit of a pain. So I don't know if this all happened during that time, but this is part 2, a follow-up at least, and there is a choir at the start. Excuse me. Something about sins? So it comes in with like does it feel almost like it's a drum and bass intro or something? It's synthy, I think. The choir transforms into that, and then this.
Sick boy, allopathic script boy, pathogenic, schizophrenic, call it medic, quick boy, just wanna scratch the itch boy, agoraphobic, multi-psychosis on it, I'm that sick boy, nothing to lose, nothing to win or to prove, nothing but holes in my shoes, nothing but nothing, I'm hustling, bustling, pain is a paradox I didn't choose, nothing but...
Okay, there is a lot, basically. Sick boy, allopathic script boy. The way he says it as well, allopathic is all one word, but he's said it in a way that goes with the sound. I've actually got some. I'm looking at Genius lyrics, so I can just click on some of the annotations, because while sometimes I like to think up everything on my own, or as much as I can, sometimes I need a little bit of help, and I won't hide that. It says here, allopathic medicine is a conventional Western medical paradigm. It focuses on disease and the treatment of disease using tools such as drugs, surgery, and radiation. Aha! Wren's Lyme disease went misdiagnosed for many years by doctors in the UK's National Health Service, and as a result, he was prescribed medications that may have worsened his symptoms while failing to address the root causes of his condition. Yeah. So, didn't cure his condition, didn't help his condition, in fact, could have made it worse. Sick Boy, the prequel to this song, details Wren's experience with and opinion of allopathic medicine. Aha. Yeah. Okay. I remember that. Being neglected by the medical service. One would feel resentful naturally, right? Pathogenic, schizophrenic, call a medic, quick boy. It's in line with the theme. Pathogenic describes anything like a virus, bacterium, or genetic mutation that is capable of causing disease in a harm in a host. Fair. So the bad results of that, basically. Schizophrenic, and then call a medic, quick boy, because that's not doing him so good. He's not doing so well. Quick boy, just want to scratch the itch boy. Agoraphobic, multi-courses on it, I'm that sick boy. Agoraphobic is the fear of going outside, being around people, I think. It could be caused from the bad drugs as well. What does it say here? Because there's a note on agoraphobic, but an anxiety disorder characterized by specific fear or particular places and situations that the person feels anxious or panics, such as open spaces, crowded places, and places from which escape seems difficult. Yeah, that's fair. Multi-courses on it, I'm that sick boy. So multi-courses on it, taking a course of medicine, you've got to finish the course, haven't you? If you take multi-courses on it, you've taken a fair few. And I think he's reiterating that point. Nothing to lose, nothing to win or to prove, nothing but holes in my shoes. That feels quite defeating, doesn't it? I've got nothing to lose, I've lost it all. Nothing to win, so also I've got nothing to gain from this either. It's a lose-lose situation. Or to prove, nothing to prove, nothing but holes in my shoes. It kind of hammers home the fact that this isn't a good situation that Wren is in, or has found himself in, or had found himself in. Holes in your shoes suggests you can't afford shoes, you can't have a decent quality of life. I wonder if there's another meaning behind that, perhaps. Nothing but nothing. I'm hustling. Sorry, I have a cold at the moment and it's a nightmare. Nothing but nothing. I'm hustling, bustling. I'm trying my best. Pain is a paradox I didn't choose. Shit. Nothing but truth. And let's go back a bit. Listen.
Bitch boy, agoraphobic, multi-courses on it, I'm that sick boy. Nothing to lose, nothing to win or to prove, nothing but holes in my shoes, nothing but nothing, I'm hustling, bustling, pain is a paradox I didn't choose. Nothing but truth, nothing but fire in the booth, nothing that you could do I couldn't do, nothing that you could do better, forget all the others, I'm aiming at you. Cytotoxic, diagnostic, catastrophic news. Since I got sick, no for one, the pain it
So, nothing but truth, nothing but fire in the booth, nothing that you could do, I couldn't do. So, even though he's going through all this, he's still pushing himself, perhaps, maybe, despite being in immense pain, despite struggling. Fire in the booth, I know he did a fire in the booth session. Perhaps talking about fire in the booth, like, I am on fire when I'm making music. I'm really good at this, still really good at this, despite everything I've been through, perhaps. Nothing that you could do, I couldn't do. So saying he was still capable, even though it was very difficult. Nothing that you could do better. Forget all the others, I'm aiming at you. Is that shade towards anyone? Or is that just saying he's still doing his best and it was still of a great standard? Cytotoxic. Doesn't sound like a good word, but toxic to cells. Okay, so cytotoxic, diagnostic, diagnosing catastrophic news. Very bad results here, it seems, and judging by his stories of being sick before, it wasn't doing him any good being on the original meds that made him worse and potentially gave him brain damage, or certainly some issues. Psychosis. Since I got sick, I know for one, the pain, it comes in twos. Okay, so the pain, could that be physically and mentally? It seems it. Catatonic, antipsychotics, beta blockers, antibiotics, all meds, all. Perhaps some were given after others failed, perhaps not. Perhaps some to counteract symptoms, side effects. I don't know why I couldn't think of side effects for a second. Watch the clock tick, pick the lock, pick, quick, let's dip, get loose. As time goes by, trying to find the answer, pick the lock. Quick, let's dip, let's get loose. Perhaps feeling frustrated, feeling like giving up, maybe taking a time out, maybe going mad, wild with it, maybe trying to enjoy life, getting loose, despite having a really rough time. Wait for a minute, I'm struggling with it. So again, this back and forth with trying, struggling, not doing so well, just still trying, struggling. Perhaps that's what that means. Wait for a minute, I'm struggling with it. I'm doubling down and I'm doubling digits. Doubling down, working even harder. What does it say here? Where are we? Renan's doubling down and working towards his dream of musical success on his own terms while he's doubling over in pain. Oh, doubling. Yeah, there are a few, I've noticed there are a few words in here that are, that have double meanings. So that does make sense. I would have missed that. Echoes A List of Our Time. I haven't seen A List of Our Time yet. Perhaps that's one I need to do next. Excuse me. So doubling down and I'm doubling digits. Bending over, doubling digits could mean like, could mean a bunch of different things. Doubling digits, making more money, counting the time as it, I don't know, time is adding up. Maybe that's a bit far-fetched, or maybe that's a bit not quite right. I can't, my brain is not working today. I've got a bit of a cloudy brain, actually. Funnily enough, I live it. I live with the pain and forgive it. I guess he's at this stage, he's like, what else can I do? I have to try and make the most of this life, even though it sucks. I live with the pain and forgive it, because bitterness eats you alive when you're in it. So also, perhaps, whilst he has been dealt a bad hand and has had neglect, again, what is bitterness, neglect, resentment gonna do? It's bloody annoying, frustrating, but the best he can do now is move forward and seek out answers. Still seek out answers that he hoped he would have by this point. But again, focusing on what he can do rather than being eaten alive by the bitterness, that makes a lot of sense. I keep listening to a bit and then not not listening to us, but it's quite interesting.
Wait for a minute, I'm struggling with it. I'm doubling down and I'm doubling digits. I live with the pain and forgive it. Cause bitterness eats you alive when you're in it. Admit it, then flip it, then rip up the script. It's fitting that I have been screaming at demons that visit. I'm feeling so rigid, I lean on religion, but God's still laughing, I'm burning my bridges.
Oof. That's very fast. I miss it, then flip it, then rip off the script that is fitting that I have been screaming at demons that visit. I think it continues from the previous sentiment of trying to make the most of it because bitterness eats you alive. I miss it, then flip it. So I get sad, but then I try not to be sad and flip it. Then rip off the script that is fitting that I have been screaming at demons that visit. Perhaps again trying not to be so down about it. I'm feeling so rigid, I lean on religion. So I'm struggling so hard, I'm in so much pain. I turn to religion. I think about what that might do, whether it will help. But it says, but God sits there laughing, I'm burning my bridges. So nothing seems to change. So to Ren, it feels like God's laughing at him. It's not helping. I'm burning my bridges. I'm cutting ties. I'm done with trying to turn to religion to try and put my faith in God, perhaps. Yeah. Okay.
I have been screaming at demons that visit. I'm feeling so rigid, I lean on religion, but God's still laughing, I'm burning my bridges. Car crash, whiplash, ambulance, body bags, zip back. It's a game of circumstance. Wrong turn, everything can all collapse. Get burned, back inside the relapse. Crack, stay stacked back to back, and I'm back on my back inside the counter attack. Pop Prozac, knock it back, wash it down and relax, and that's that. Subtract, collapse, react, adapt.
Gosh, it's such a yo-yo, a roller coaster. The journey that he's been on, the journey that he goes through, the struggles, they don't stop. Car crash, whiplash, ambulance, body bags, zip back. It's a game of circumstance. Wrong turn, everything can all collapse. So perhaps in a car crash you can get whiplash, you could die. Ambulance, body bag, zip back. Perhaps talking about the different outcomes that can happen, perhaps thinking about what could have happened. Everything could all collapse in a moment. Life is very precious. We are all very vulnerable. it can all be gone in a second. Get burned back inside the relapse. Cracks, they stack back to back. I guess when cracks start to show in someone's mental health, perhaps that means that it's not all fun, it's not all roses, it's not all smiles. The cracks suggest the difficulty coming through and the frustration, the sadness, the depression, all the bad things coming through the cracks. Relapsing suggests feeling a little bit better or making progress and then going back. Relapsing, usually when it comes to drugs, I think about when someone is making progress and using willpower, and perhaps their willpower fades because certain situations have been too challenging to keep making progress, but that might not be the case. But anyway, it could be relapsing, like feeling like giving up, feeling like, oh, I've tried so hard, but I don't know if I can keep going. So relapsing in mental positivity, trying to live with the pain and forgive it because bitterness eats you alive and you're in it. Remember that? Maybe thinking about that, but then also going, oh, I did say that, but actually right now I feel like I can't keep that up because the cracks are showing, see. But I'm back on my back inside the counterattack. So perhaps he's, what do you think about that physically? Being back on your back, I think about it, I know Marco Hietala did a song about ADHD, and visually there was a bug on its back. I think it was a cockroach. It couldn't get up, and it makes me think of a bug on your back trying to fight, but you can't physically, you're not getting anywhere. Perhaps that's what that feels like. There is a note on this line. Ren works hard to fight against his Lyme disease and improve his health. He has stated that one of the frustrating things about his condition is that symptoms can come on suddenly and unexpectedly. That's true. These counterattacks can happen even when he's doing all the right things health-wise. At some points in his illness, particularly before he received stem cell transplants, the symptoms were bad enough to confine him to bed 23 hours a day. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Pop Prozac, knock it back, wash it down and relax in an attempt to help. And that's that. Subtract, collapse, react, adapt. So it's kind of like, so the story goes, or that's how things have gone. Subtract, perhaps falling back, stepping backwards, relapsing. Collapse because it's all too much, or his body can't take it, or his mind can't take it. React because, well, you have to do something in times of crisis. Reacting can be trying to sort it out. It can be breaking down. It can be taking other drugs, other diagnoses, seeking out help for that. Adapt, learning to live with this. That's all I've got for that.
Wash it down and relax, and that's that. Subtract, collapse, react, adapt.
Getting lost, money, get into the bag like I got nothing to lose, yeah. Like I got nothing to lose. Getting lost, money, get into the bag like I got nothing to lose, yeah. Like I got nothing to lose. Getting lost, money like a job.
I'm not sure I get this part as such. He says, oh, getting lost, money, getting to the top like I got nothing to lose. I guess he's acting like he's got nothing to lose, but he's got everything to lose. But mentally, he needs to think this way. Getting lost, money. That could mean a ton of different things. Getting lost because of money, getting lost focused on money. Like, I've got nothing to lose. Getting lost, money, getting to the top. Like, I got nothing to lose. Like, I got nothing to lose. Getting lost, money like a drug. Money being addictive. But in this case, money like a drug. Like, I'd be interested to know what you think. I realise we've hit the 30-minute mark. I'm just sorry.
On a time that was not.
Sorry.
Getting lost, money like a drug.
Once upon a time that was not long ago. There lived a boy inside his mind. Sometimes the thought would overflow and grow until they blinded the boy. He decomposed. And if you read between the lines of his story, you will know that there is method to his madness, prerequisite for his sadness. For there must be catalysts which exist to explain his status. Extract it and look right at it. His panic was formed in fragments that happened from lack of passion, attacking his hippocampus.
Okay. Once upon a time that was not long ago, there lived a boy inside his mind. Sometimes a thought would overflow inside Ren's mind, I think. Although, clicking on this, it says a reference to Ren's Children of the Moon. Once upon a time that was not long ago, there lived a little boy infected by the evils of this world. We're going to have to listen to Children of the Moon as well. Children of the Moon, Ren, and a list of our time, just so I know I need to film those so that I can at least understand those references, because I apologise, I haven't looked at those yet. So there lived a boy inside his mind, sometimes the thought would overflow. He's overthinking, he's thinking a lot about something. So thought would overflow and grow until they blinded the boy. He decomposed. Because the evil thoughts took over his mind. And if you read between the lines of his story, you will know that there is method to his madness, prerequisite for his sadness. A lot of Ren's songs talk about the prerequisite for a bad life. Perhaps that's what this is talking about. There is method to his madness. There's a reason why he's like this. For there must be a catalyst which exists to explain his status. And again, there must be a reason. There must be something that happened for him to be this way. Whether it was good, whether it was bad, there's a reason behind it. Why people kill people. What was their upbringing like? Did that have an effect on it? Why someone went crazy? They can't have just been like that. There must have been a catalyst, something to set that off. Extract it and look right at it. His panic was formed in fragments. It says here, although doctors had tried to explain away Ren's health issues as depression arising from his mental state, yeah, they did that. It was eventually discovered, in large part thanks to Ren's research, self-advocacy and persistence, that there was a bacterial cause, Lyme disease, arising from a tick bite. Madness, isn't it? That wasn't caught. But also, yeah, we know our bodies more than anyone usually, but if we don't have answers, what else can we do? We can try and find them. Excuse me. That doesn't always lead to success, but thankfully in this case it did, because Ren didn't give up. A lot of people give up, sadly. That's very sad. Because they don't know what else to do. They feel like they can't be helped. They haven't been helped. It can so easily go that way. I wouldn't have associated that to that line, for there must be a catalyst which exists to explain his status. But it all kind of fits in. His panic was formed in fragments that happened from a lack of passion attacking his hippocampus. If the hippocampus doesn't get enough dopamine, it says here, the organ may work inefficiently, and this could cause panic and anxiety. The hippocampus is a deep structure of the brain involved in memory storage and serotonin production, among other things. Some scientists theorize that anxiety disorders can arise from hippocampus disorders. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter produced by pleasurable activities. Yeah, it's when you do the fun stuff, you get hits of dopamine. A bit of a circular definition, because dopamine is the hormone whose presence we associate with pleasure in the first place. Okay, so that happened from lack of passion attacking his hippocampus.
His panic was formed in fragments that happened from lack of passion attacking his hippocampus. Back to the story where the story begins. There was a boy, he was confused by the world that he lived in. A world where profit is religion and to knock it is sin. A world where profit spread the word of putting profit over kin. Sink or swim, blood that is thicker than money and dividends. He grew thick skin, see it for what it is, resist and take a hit on the chin. Anti-capitalist, a rationalist, a war, it shall begin. On the greedy who mislead the people, it starts from within. Are you in it to win, or are you in it for a purpose that exists outside your skin? When you're in it, is it worthless to resist? Begin again. Are you screaming on the surface? Are you like me? Are you in?
Well, that was a lot. I guess it's not about Jimmy, but there were, I don't know, there were elements that made me think Jimmy thoughts. Back to the story where the story begins. There was a boy, he was confused by the world that he lived in. Being confused, not having answers, not getting help. A world where profit is religion. So also perhaps confused because the world is so corrupt. Because then it says a world where profit is religion and to knock it is sin. And where profits spread the word of putting profit over kin. That is quite the line. Prophets, Prophets, the religious type, spread the word, spreading the good news, spreading the Bible, spreading the messages of religion. They spread the word of putting profit, money, over kin, friends, family. Damn, that is quite the line. Bit of wordplay, bit of words with different meanings but sounding the same. Very cool. A world where profit is religion and to knock it is sin. Knocking religion is bad. A world where profits spread the word of putting profit over kin. Bloody. Sink or swim. Blood, it's thicker than money and dividends. He grew thick skin. See it for what it is. Sees right through it. Resist and take a hit on the chin. Take a hit in terms of suggests self-medication of the forms typically favoured by counterculture, while taking it on the chin is accepting unpleasant circumstances bravely and without complaint. Yeah, taking it on the chin is just like swallowing it, despite it not being good. Taking a hit, sorry, one day I'll not hit my microphone. Taking a hit is almost a self-sacrifice, and just dealing with that, or a self, yeah, it's except in unpleasant circumstances, bravely, it says. Anyway. Anti-capitalist, a rationalist, a war it shall begin on the greedy who mislead the people. It starts from within. Are you in it to win, or are you in it for a purpose that exists outside your skin? Gosh, that's good as well. It's kind of talking about morals and values, and are you in this world for greed and power, or are you in this world to be successful, make the world a better place, have a purpose that is more than just material things that exist outside your skin? Are you in it for a purpose that is just material things, that isn't mentally fulfilling? When you're in it, is it worth us to resist? Begin again. Are you screaming on the surface? Are you like me, or are you in? Oh, sorry. Are you like me? Are you in? Definitely feels very moral focused there.
This to resist, begin again. Are you screaming on the surface? Are you like me? Are you in?
Getting lost, money, get into the bag like I got nothing to lose, yeah. Like I got nothing to lose.
Who's that? Then we've got the birds. Is this almost like feeling like a higher power or something is taking over, or like a feeling of elation, feeling of going to the light? And that's it. It's done. It sounds like a dirty deal, doesn't it? In the about section, it says this is an extension of part 1 and explores those lyrical themes of sickness and the sickness of society over a big heavy bass line. The sickness of society. Gosh, yeah. Yes. Okay. The getting all this money like a job, it sounds... Where it says it's done, it's done. What's done? Is that like the moral decision that wasn't very moral is done? I don't know. Audibly, it sounded very great. Very great. It sounded really great. I just don't know all the... I don't always have the answers. But I like to listen to it and see how I think and feel anyway. Hopefully it makes people feel less basic because I'm here. That's not self-sabotage. That's not self-deprecation. I just feel like I don't really know, honestly, and I can't make it up. That's just not me. So I welcome the comments though. I love learning more about these things in the comments. I will watch Children of the Moon, A List of Our Time. I see that the Sick Boy album as well had Seven Sins, Animal Flow, which I keep hearing about. There's a lot of stuff on there. Lost All Faith, Genesis, Murderer, Suicide. I think though some might be on the chapters. I'm sure someone mentioned that suicide is on a chapter. I do want to listen to the chapters. It's hard to know where to go next though, because there are so many that I still want to listen to, so many that get recommended. With the Sick Boy stuff, I wanted to at least see some of that story pan out. I know we looked at why Sick Boy was off all streaming platforms and the Cujo beatdown. That was quite brutal. Perhaps this is the rest of it is more. I mean, that was a tangent, perhaps because of what happened with the original Sick Boy being taken off for a time. So, but more on his story. I would like to hear more about that. Perhaps we'll do some more chapters and we'll flip about between some stuff. But if you have any recommendations, let me know, and hopefully I will be able to catch them before I do more filming, but we will see, because at this point I might have filmed some more, but I'll try not to. I try not to go too far. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to anyone on Patreon who supports the stream, because that is something that I need to mention just as thank you. Shout out to anyone who's subscribed, who has liked this video, who is here and subscribed on YouTube. Thank you so much. Every little helps and I really appreciate you. I value you all. And on that note, I will see you for the next one. So take care. See you soon and bye bye.